All right, so number 12. This is the kind of the lesson notes for today. These are the, well, I guess they're not Jeopardy questions. They don't give you the answer, but they are backwards. They give you the pieces. They give you the information and ask you for the equation. So let's see what it gives us. Let's think in terms of everything we've already done and see if we can go backwards to figure out what the equation was. All right, zeros. That would mean where the X-intercepts are. So X-intercepts. The X-intercepts come from the top or the bottom? The top. So that means in the top, basically we're just going to start building this with what we've got. There's an X plus 3 and an X minus 5. Because that's the only way we're going to get those zeros. Alright, took care of those. A horizontal asymptote at y equals 4. Well, if the answer is y equals 4, was this a Bobo, a bot, or an HTC problem? Which one? Number 3, yes. That's HTC. The only way to get 4 as an answer is divide the coefficients. So that means exponents are the same. That means our degree has to be the same. So if the top is degree 2, that means the bottom needs to be degree 2. So I don't know anything about the bottom yet, so let's just hold off. But it better be degree 2, or otherwise we're going to have to figure something out. Vertical asymptotes. So that would have been, let's see, at 2 and negative 1. So where do vertical asymptotes come from? Yeah, parentheses, factors of the top or the bottom? Show me with your fingers, top or bottom, where are these going? Good, yeah, all these are going in the bottom. So that means x minus 2 in the bottom and x plus 1 in the bottom. Because that's where vertical asymptotes come from. And then that took care of the degrees, right? They're both degree 2. So we're close, but we haven't accounted for y equals 4 yet. Divide the coefficients. I can just plop a 4 in front of it, because that wouldn't change the x-intercepts of the vertical asymptotes, but it would change the horizontal asymptote because of divide the coefficients. And then y equals, or f of x equals, make sure you include that as part of your answer. Some of you lost 1 point on the last test because it asked for a function or an equation and you didn't give y equals or f of x equals. All right, let's try number 13. All right, the rational function that has a hole. Where do holes come from, or how do we get holes? Is that from the top or the bottom? That's a trick question. Both. A hole happens if it's in both. So, stick with our color coding thing here. So if there's a hole at negative 4, again, you just start building these and then you just keep rechecking and making sure you covered everything. That means there's an x plus 4 top and bottom. Now the 13.6 we'll worry about later. I don't know what that means. When I plug in negative 4, I should get 13.6 as the answer. Let's not worry about that yet. We need to not forget about it, but nothing we can do yet. Horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. So what case is that? Natalie, what case is that? What's that? Bobo? Bigger on bottom 0? Okay. So I need more factors in the bottom. I need the degree of the bottom to be bigger. But I can't just start throwing factors down there. So let's keep working the problem, and we'll come back and see if that's the case. Vertical asymptotes. Vertical asymptotes. Okay, so those would be factors of the bottom that don't cancel. So x minus 2 and x plus 5. So we got that part covered. A known 0 at 1/3. Alright, I'm going to come out to the side and work on this, because the direction said fractions are not permitted as factors. So my factor is x minus 1/3. Yeah, kind of, but they don't want that. So what could I change that into that would give me the same 1/3 as an answer? If I multiply through by 3, I get 3x minus 1. So again, a 0 is an x-intercept, but I can't do x minus 1/3. I can do 3x minus 1. Alright, let's see. So I still have the 13/6 to worry about. I've got the Bobo covered, barely. Degree of the top is 2, degree of the bottom is 3, so we're good on that. Got the vertical asymptotes, got the 0. So it's really that 13/6 that I'm worried about. So let's plug in -4 and basically hope we get 13/6. If we don't, we'll have to figure something out. So I can ignore the x plus 4s because that's where the hole is. I can throw that out. So 3 times -4 minus 1 in the top, that's -13. I guess that's good. 13 is right. The negative, see what happens. In the bottom, -4 minus 2 is -6. And -4 plus 5 is 1. -13 over -6. Oh, that does work. So we're good on the whole. It kind of just took care of itself, which is what we hoped would happen. So there's our answer. So if you've got everything so far, what we're doing today isn't really that hard. I don't know, easy for me to say, I guess. I have some of these somewhere for you. So today's assignment is going to be a worksheet that goes over these. Tomorrow I'll give you we'll go over this worksheet and I'll give you the review. And then Wednesday we'll go over the review. And Thursday we'll test.